That last night in the newsroom. It is a bear. You really can't fight the ice, Anthony.
Yeah, you can't, especially when you don't have that snow down beforehand. They actually did, though, Derek. They got about a 2 to 3 inch type of a snow, at least recorded at O'Hare and Midway Airport in Chicago. So pretty comparable to what we got right here in the city of GR. 3.7 inches recorded, picked up on more 4, 5, 6, perhaps even plus inches in a few locations yesterday evening. So rather thick snowpack down, mainly north around GR and northward. Further southward, not as much. We made it to 38 degrees today, Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. So I haven't seen any pictures of the landscape around that part of West Michigan, but I'm suspecting that even some grass showing in that part of our viewing area. Take a look at the advisories on the board. We've got some warnings in the bright pink. These blue colors, those are winter storm watches, and the purple colors, if you're familiar with weather and watching us, those are winter weather advisories. Another system queuing up in Mexico. That's where the upper level energy is. Out ahead of that, those advisories, watches, and warnings, and there's going to be a system starting to head northeastward, and this one will affect us. It does appear Friday afternoon and into Friday night. So more on those specifics coming up. Take a look closely, though. There is a circulation. It's made a little bit of progress since the earlier shows. It was further southwestward, but it's going to be moving into Texas and providing locations that don't typically get a lot of snow with, well, maybe several inches, perhaps as much as double-digit inches in spots here over the next 24 hours. This is from the GFS model across, of course, the Midwest and the Northeast, right on through this coming Sunday at 6 p.m. There's 2 weather systems I'm watching. The aforementioned one down in Mexico that'll be lifting northward and spreading some moisture in here by Friday afternoon. Then there's one that quickly follows that up late Saturday evening and into early Sunday. So those put together, I think there's a shot, at least here in West Michigan, to pick up a few inches of snow. As I mentioned on the earlier shows, there's still variables that we've got to consider, new model runs that are going to tell the tale on how this plays out. The upper level temperatures are very marginal. This environment is not real cold as this first system on Friday does arrive. So there could be a whole kind of a cocktail of wintry precipitation that may eventually switch over to some snow. But I would look for, through the course of that first system, some accumulation of snow. This is something we've got to watch. It's going to take a track down to our south that's favorable typically to get some snow accumulation. So we're going to keep an eye on that closely overnight tonight, and I'll be able to give you more specific numbers, I do believe, for tomorrow when we're doing the shows during the evening and late night. Here we go. The temperatures not dropping off a whole lot. We're situated around 30 degrees. No surprise there with an overcast in place, and still these winds continuing. I do think they will be backing down, though, in just a few hours and then really coming down towards daybreak tomorrow. Feels like temperatures or wind chills in the upper teens because of those winds. Now, the overall temperature pattern is really not that cold, but I said it a few times earlier, 4 and 5 o'clock, that, even when you're above normal, this is for week 2 of the forecast period, we're in winter. So, yes, we can have above normal temperatures and running in the mid to upper 30s frequently, but if you get the right setup and a system coming through, we're close enough to that territory where you can get frozen precipitation and even some accumulation, and this is kind of an active pattern now with storms. So, if we get the right track down to our south, we can pick up some snow that can stick like last night and perhaps Friday afternoon and evening. So keep tabs on that. Overnight tonight and tomorrow we're dry. Yes, there are a few flurries right now, but nothing that will be accumulating. Now, granted, there are a few speckles of, a little flake on the vehicle out there from the past couple hours, but it's not much. Basically zero accumulation. Here comes this Friday system, the one down in Mexico, picks up some Gulf of Mexico moisture and runs into this very marginal temperature pattern, which will have a wintry mixture, I do believe, Friday afternoon, but probably transferring or changing over to some snow that can stick, some dynamical cooling in the atmosphere, the system creating cool air on its own, particularly on this northwest flank. So we'll watch that. And then the second system that comes up Sunday, early Sunday morning, the combination of those two. Again, look at that. It's trying to change to a little rain in the afternoon, but I do think there's a shot at least to get a few inches. Derek, we're going to talk more here coming up in just a bit.
All right, Anthony, thank you for that. Meanwhile, Winter Beer Fest